Before we begin, take a second to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications, because the story you're about to hear is not just about fame or controversy. It's about survival. It's about what happens to a human being when childhood wounds, global stardom, and public humiliation collide. Johnny Depp's face may look different today, but the real transformation happened much deeper than the mirror. For years, Johnny Depp was known for his reckless charm and magnetic presence. But recently, people stopped talking about courtrooms and scandals and started asking a quieter question. What happened to him? At public events, fans barely recognized the man who once carried billion-dollar franchises. His thinner frame, tired eyes, and calmer demeanor told a story no headline could explain. Some believe his transformation is the result of stress. Others think it's age. But many feel it reflects something deeper. A lifetime of pain finally catching up. Because long before Johnny Depp became a global icon, he was a frightened child growing up in a home that never felt safe. And those early scars never truly disappeared. Johnny Depp was born on June 9, 1963 in Owensboro, Kentucky, into a family already unstable. His mother, Betty Sue, had a violent temper that erupted without warning. His father, gentle and fearful, couldn't protect the children. Home was unpredictable, loud, and terrifying. Love came with conditions, and safety never felt guaranteed. By the time Johnny turned 15, his family had moved nearly 40 times. Every new house felt temporary. Every goodbye came too quickly. He learned not to get attached, not to feel rooted anywhere. In Miramar, Florida, they even lived in a motel for almost a year. Loneliness became his constant companion. School offered no relief. Johnny was bullied for being quiet and different. He didn't fit in and he didn't try to. At 12, his mother gave him a guitar. That instrument became his lifeline. Music drowned out the yelling, the fear, and the chaos. But soon, escape took darker forms, smoking, drinking, and drugs before most kids even understood pain. When his parents divorced, everything collapsed. His mother fell into depression, and Johnny was pushed into adult responsibilities far too young. He handled finances, cared for siblings, and absorbed emotional weight that crushed him silently. School became impossible. At 16, he dropped out to chase music, the only thing that still felt honest. In the early 1980s, Johnny struggled as a musician. His band had talent but no money. They slept on floors in cheap apartments, even inside a car. Johnny sold pens over the phone just to eat. His marriage to Lori Ann Allison offered emotional support, but life was still a constant struggle. Everything changed through chance. Lori introduced him to Nicolas Cage, who saw potential Johnny couldn't see himself. Acting wasn't a dream, it was survival. Cage pushed him toward an audition. Johnny didn't even try to impress Wes Craven for A Nightmare on Elm Street, but Craven's daughter liked his look and fate stepped in. That small role opened doors, but Johnny didn't trust the industry. Then came 21 Jump Street. Overnight, he became a teen idol. Fans screamed. Magazines followed him everywhere. But inside, he felt trapped. He worked endless hours and felt like a product, not a person. Fame felt like another cage. At the height of popularity, Johnny did the unthinkable. He walked away. He didn't want shallow fame. He wanted meaning. That decision led him to Tim Burton, a director who understood outsiders. Burton saw Johnny's vulnerability and cast him in Edward Scissorhands, a role that mirrored his own loneliness. Edward didn't speak much. Johnny had to act with silence, posture, and pain. He was terrified of failing, but the performance changed everything. Critics finally saw him as an actor, not a heartthrob. His partnership with Burton produced iconic films that redefined his career and earned deep respect. Then came Pirates of the Caribbean. Johnny turned a pirate into a rock star. Disney executives panicked, but audiences loved it. The film became a global phenomenon. Johnny earned Oscar nominations, massive wealth, and worldwide fame. But behind the grin, old demons were growing louder. Years of unresolved trauma, pressure, and excess pushed Johnny deeper into addiction. Alcohol and pills became coping mechanisms. When he met Amber Heard, he was already struggling. What began as romance slowly turned volatile. Their marriage was intense, emotional, and ultimately destructive. When accusations surfaced, Johnny's world collapsed. Studios dropped him without explanation. Roles vanished overnight. Friends disappeared. The media painted him as guilty before trials even began. Losing the UK case crushed him further. Many believed his career was finished. The 2022 US trial exposed every ugly detail of a toxic relationship. For weeks, the world watched his pain like entertainment. Johnny spoke about childhood abuse, addiction, and humiliation. When the verdict came in his favor, he said he finally got his life back, but the damage had already changed him forever. After the trial, Johnny disappeared from the noise. He focused on healing, therapy, sobriety, nutrition, exercise. He lost significant weight, regained clarity, and rebuilt his strength. For the first time in decades, he chose peace over performance. In 2024, his transformation shocked fans. Silver hair, sharp features, calm energy. Dental reconstruction erased years of mockery. Photos showed a man healthier, lighter, and finally at ease. Hollywood began paying attention again, not to the old Johnny, but to the survivor he had become. New roles followed. Directors who once hesitated now returned. Not because he was safe, but because he was real. Johnny wasn't chasing fame anymore. He was choosing projects with meaning. His comeback wasn't loud. It was dignified. Johnny Depp's journey reminds us that survival can change a person's face, body, and soul. But it can also rebuild them. His story isn't about perfection. It's about endurance. What do you think about Johnny Depp's new look and his quiet comeback? Share your thoughts in the comments, like this video, subscribe for more powerful Hollywood stories, and I'll see you in the next one.